Standing by. Access denied. Access denied. Access granted.
There are basically three types of people. We have is called the savers and the debtors. And then we have the person who are the wealth creators. The bracket filler right here. Now, the savers, for example, they save up money to buy a car. So they take a couple of years to buy a car, and the spenders, who are the debtors, they take loans to buy a car. But the end of the cycle, if you guys notice, every time they save up money, every time, it doesn't matter what way, every time they borrow money, they end up with zero money in the end. They didn't preserve their capital, they're spending money. Basically, even though it may be investment, or even though it may be like something to have fun, like a vacation, or something you need, like a car for your work, right? Now, the third option is wealth creator. The guy combines with the skills of saving money, a discipline you need to have to save money, and also the skills when borrowing assets. Asset for here, for example, what I'm referring to is a whole life dividend paying whole life insurance is an example of one. Most people save money inside the policy, even though it's insurance, life insurance, but they use it as like a capital where you could fund your capital, where they use it as two things: opportunity funds or emergency funds. They have that control. Over time, they're saving and they could borrow that money and pay it back later. Because when you borrow, for example, I'm going to put right here. This is the whole life policy. Let's say this is a business. This one is a stocks, real estate. Okay. We're going to just focus on these. So when you borrow money, let's say it's like 10K. You pull out loan from it, 10K. And then you could choose where you want to put your money. So it's either you pay your debt faster, you lend money to people, you buy real estate, you fund your business or start a business, you buy more stocks, either as dividends or just a typical equity stocks. And also you have the choice to buy a cryptocurrency if you want, like Bitcoin, for example. Day trade if you want. Another one, you could use it for shopping needs. So usually if you're building wealth, you want to put in an asset that you can make money on. So basically like lending money, buying real estate, starting a business, buying more stocks. Or if you want to risk it, you go cryptocurrency since it's new. So the loan amount will depend on the banker who's giving you the money and also the insurance company who is also lending it to you. So basically, if a whole life policy, for example here, if it's guaranteed 4% plus dividends, and 6% currently, but the actual rate of return inside the policy is about, I'm going to put the lowest, I'm going to lowball this, is about the internal real rate, it will be about 2.5. If I remember when looking at the statistics of overall the insurance company when it comes to this, it's 2.5 to 4% annually you earn because of the cost. For banks loans, that will determine how much money you're borrowing, and this could be like 8% depending on your business, the credit, and all that. So it really depends on here. So don't worry about the bank. So for example, if it's 2.5, you're borrowing 100K, and the loan amount is about 1%. It's always, the rule of thumb is if you're borrowing from a life insurance, it's always 1% higher. So the loan will be 5% or 3% higher. So let's say this one is like 6%. This is the loan amount you need to pay. So So that means since you're making 2.5 from this side and this section of your assets, because you didn't withdraw. If you would withdraw, you have no money compounding. If you borrow, the money will stay there and still continue to compound. Right here, let's say you put in real estate. Your real estate, you earn about 8%. So whatever money asset you earn, you pay it back here, and you borrow right here. So it continues the cycle of growing your wealth over time. So you don't pay as much taxes because the only way to pay taxes is two things: income, and when you sell. Sell by like, you sell your real estate, you sell your stocks, you sell your assets. And here, income is when you make money, right? For your job, for your business. But if you borrow money, you don't pay this. It looks like this, for example. If you have a whole life policy, if you borrow money to buy a real estate property, you could use the real estate property to pay for the mortgage because you're doing this. You're borrowing the bank also. You're paying the back to the policy and you're paying the bank. Remember, like I told you, the policy is you're using it at like a saving account. The bank you're using for leverage for it to buy real estate. So over time, you're growing two things. You're growing your money from here, your policy, and you're also growing your money right here. Then you could repeat the process. You could borrow again, and you can buy two more houses. By using this as a down payment, as your whole life policy, and also using your real estate as a down payment. You buy one, and you buy another one. And then you repeat the process, using the bank to leverage here. But remember, all you're doing is not selling. And here in the US, you could reduce your income. You could reduce your income or not pay taxes when you do a 1031 exchange over and over again. If you're just changing to properties to smaller to bigger and bigger over time. Another one, income, you could deduct some of your expenses when it comes to real estate. You could deduct your income with expenses when it comes to real estate. So over time, you build up more equity. And that's how the rich usually do it. Like, for example, Elon Musk, he pulled out from his stocks, used his bank, he borrowed, collateralized his stocks, the banks give him a loan. He's basically bought a Twitter for it. Another example will be Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos borrowed from his Amazon company. He bought a $200 million mansion. And any money left over, $100 million mansion, any money left over, he could use it for a vacation. He didn't pay any taxes for that. Because like I said, you don't pay taxes when it comes to borrowing. You only pay when you sell or make income out of it. So he's using his business to pay back his loan here. And he's using his assets he has, borrow money for it, to make his investment or his lifestyle. That depends. But this involves money management. For example,